People take the rise out of you if you do a job that's not normally associated with your gender. We've now got record numbers of women working in the building trades. I say record numbers. The fairest sex still makes up just 6% of builders, plasterers, plumbers, etc. But that is double what it was in the 1990s. While the numbers of men in traditionally female jobs are up too. There are 10 times as many male nurses today than there were 50 years ago. While the number of fellows serving as PAs and secretaries is up as well. But despite such a marked improvement in the mix, reports of sexist behaviour from colleagues and customers are both up too. One electrician we read about, Charlotte, says she gets male customers trying to do her job for her. A plumber called Pamela says she gets loads of sexist remarks, anything from her breasts to guys spreading rumours about who she slept with, while male nurses tell us some idiots still snigger when they hear what they do to earn a crust. That said, there's plenty of male-on-male mickey-taking going on in the building trades, so maybe sexist comments directed at female colleagues are no different to that. If there's something about you that stands out, your workmates may very well pick on it, right? So, or wrong, I don't know. If you're a woman and you've chosen to do what was seen as a traditionally male job, can you complain if you become the butt of some of their jokes? And it's interesting, we looked into this, and psychologists say, I don't like the phrase, but they said it's the height of equality, that women doing the same jobs get the same mickey-taking treatment. It means you are perceived as an equal. But maybe it's easier to deal with the open put-downs you might experience in one of the construction trades, for example, than the invisible behind closed doors sexism of corporate life, where women are still paid less and denied a fair share of the top jobs. Now, I was actually doing this because of you, Jodie, and Calamity Jane, who was most definitely a woman in a man's world.
Yeah, and I think it's the same with when Calamity Jane, she had, and I do think it's healthy, the witty banter in a workplace. Would I be shocked if... we're having some work done on my house. If a lady bricklayer turned up, yeah, I would be shocked. But if she did the job fine, that's what I'm saying. You could have a laugh, say, "Oh, what are you doing here?" But no, I think it's fun. You can have a laugh with it. No, it's fine.
The Mickey taking bit. I suppose most of the people I see socially are in the trades, and there's white and black and mixed race. Yeah. Most grew up together. The racial Mickey taking never stops, but they all know each other, they're all friends as well as colleagues, and so they're happy with it. If a woman joins the mix and they start, they bring in sexist things, whether it's about, if it's specifically sexual about boobs and stuff like that, is that...
No, that's not really...
And yet, male on male, they might be taking the mickey out of their shortcomings in the trouser department and
Do
stuff
they?
like that. Yeah.
Is there something you want to share with us here?
No, obviously it's not directed at me, Tony.
Well, do you have a laugh with like your colleagues and stuff?
I don't
like
have any
that?
colleagues.
Do you have any colleagues? Just on your own?
We have a laugh. No, do you know what? The word banter, I'm almost allergic to, because I think banter is a word that's used to cover up abuse, put-downs, sexism. Oh, you're overreacting. It's just banter.
No, there's banter that we have, like with a cast, that you have a laugh about doing, different parts and what you're doing with it. And then there is the abuse, when there is kind of the really sexual kind of put-downs. And no, there is a big difference, I think.
Okay.
I do.
I have a female cousin in the building trade, and she definitely gives as good as she gets, if not more. And I do think men give each other a harder time than women tend to in female groups. Although
in terms of put-downs, personal put-downs.
And I think men are harsher. And so I think if you are working, as my cousin is, within a group of men, I think she is the only female working there, I think the atmosphere could be slightly different. But I wouldn't be remotely put off.
You were telling me during the break, the female pilots...
Oh, a fantastic statistic here that we were laughing about because it's so ridiculous. 8 to 10% of people wouldn't trust a female pilot.
And you were really surprised by that, weren't you, Susie? Until I said, have you seen how women drive? Pack your bags!
How can you honestly say that?
I mean, that's like me saying I wouldn't trust a male midwife. I absolutely would. I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be put off.
Yeah,
no, wouldn't be surprised.
Would be like a small
genuinely, I genuinely wouldn't. Not in the slightest.
Yeah, I would. I would be surprised.
I would think if they had chosen that vocation...
You stay away from me, you have to say in that. But no, not disappointed. I mean, people do what they do because they can do it well, and that's the main thing.
Dominic?
But I do think men and women do things differently and do think are better at other things. So I think there are male jobs and female jobs.
Do you?
Because I think we are different. I think we were told we're all the same, and I don't think we are.
What are some male-only jobs?
For example, men are stronger than women. So,
some men are stronger than some women.
On average,
definitely some women
the
stronger than
strongest
me.
woman is less strong than the strongest man.
Yeah. But that strongest woman could be much stronger
Well,
than
see,
you and I.
it's interesting because we concede that because women play 3 sets at Wimbledon, men play 5.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because they have less stamina or they're less strong. So we accept that. And yet we're told in the workplace that we're all the same. And I don't think we are. And I think by saying that sort of parity, we lose the advantages that women have and we lose some of the advantages that men have by having sort of cast brush across everyone. And I think that sort of reduces our effectiveness as humans because we have
Do you
different
not
skills.
realise who you sat between here?
Oh, no, it's very dangerous. but I
Yeah.
think there are women who are much better at certain jobs than men, and
Like
vice
looking
versa.
after
Yeah.
children and staying at home. Cleaning.
well-
I'm asking Dominic, I'm not saying that. I'm asking
Well, motherhood, but rape counselling and certain counselling jobs. I think women would be better. They're more emotional, they're more emotive.
What about victims?
no,
What about
not
male victims of
necessarily.
rape?
Well,
Nice
okay,
with that.
but what I'm just saying, I'm just making the point that I do think we do have facets and advantages against different.
Stop digging that hole in it.
Stop talking.
Let's throw it open to you here. Whatever you want to say. Kirsty.
We have Emma on line 1.
Morning, Emma.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, are you in what is traditionally a male-type job?
I am, yes. I run a removals company called Bang Girls.
How do you manage that when you're so weak?
They just removed dolls.
Hang on. Go on, Emma. Say it again.
Funnily enough, I have heard that before.
No. So what? I mean, go on. I mean,
Yeah, I was just going to say, picking up on what you were just talking about with men, the strongest man being stronger than the strongest woman. Obviously, we've heard that before as well. And all I would say is that, yes, the strongest man is stronger than the strongest woman, but all of our women are strong enough to do removal.
well said.
And we offer other things that our particular customers find valuable in the removal service, such as empathy in a really tricky time.
Yeah, highly
They
pressured
might
moving
feel more
house.
comfortable with us in their homes.
I bet you pack the china away neater as well.
Exactly. They love that.
Just playing.
But what Emma's saying, though, is that men have lots less empathy than women, which could absolutely be true.
I think it depends on the person.
So do I. I agree with
think
Jodie.
it depends.
We're
The
different.
one thing that is right is women are
Me,
always right.
I'm right.
Emma, thank you. Time for another?
Okay, we'll take Rick
Oh,
on.
no, not time for another.
Oh.
Oh, well, we've got to go, I'm afraid, all out of time. Now, before we go, though, I do want to point out that if you want to learn more about Mark Abraham's campaign, visit www.pupaid.org. Jodie, it's been a pleasure.
Oh, it's been a
Thank you
delight.
very much
Thank
for giving up
you.
your time. Don't miss us storming it in Calamity Jane. It's the Watermill in Berkshire until
And
the
then
6th
it's
of
national
September.
tour.
And then onwards, Edinburgh, Cardiff, Bristol. Check it online for details. Dominic, Susie, wonderful, wonderful show. We'll see you tomorrow. Ladies and gents, bye. Matt Allwright's our special guest for a while. We're running you through the headlines. We'll be asking it's time to bring back rent control, scrapped by Thatcher in the 80s. Now, home ownership is cheaper than letting, and find out if the bow tie's had its day. Thanks for watching. All you wonderful calls. See you 9:15.
Would you like to be part of the right stuff? Well, if you've got something to shout about, why not join our live studio audience? Call us now on 0207 173 5555. Get a seat and get on TV.